You likely have a financial institution for your personal banking needs. Perhaps you also own a business and you need a loan. Members First is back with us today to offer financial freedom when it comes to business lending. And Joe Beck is with me now. So let's talk about this. When it comes to applying for a business loan, what sort of information does a financial institution need to make a decision? And then, how long does it take to make a decision?
Those are great questions. There's a lot of individuals that get nervous when they come in looking for a loan because it might be their first time trying to find a loan. And they basically need financial information that either they prepare internally or they work with their accountants to prepare. And here at Members First, we're very happy to walk folks through that maze because sometimes it is very nerve-wracking.
It is. It's kind of the fear of the unknown for the person. You maybe talk with potential, business owners every day, but as the potential business owner, could be first time. First time you're doing that. So let's talk about how much you lend. I mean, what are the percentages that financial institutions often can lend to a business?
Very good question. Depending on what they are looking to do, if they're looking to purchase a building, we may lend up to 80%. So we'd like to see some equity in from the business owner. If it's equipment, we may lend up to anywhere from 75 to 100%, depending on the types of equipment and what the use would be on that. Then there's also lines of credit that would be used to support their general operating needs. So they would support inventory and accounts receivable. And a lot of times in that regard, we would lend 75 to 80% of accounts receivable or 50% of inventory, are good numbers on that.
You're very generous, I think, in the amount that you're able to lend and support those businesses. Let's talk about the repayment, because there's different kinds of loans, different kind of repayment schedules. Are there prepayment penalties?
That's another great question. Generally, there are prepayment penalties. Now, at Members First, we're very fortunate because we're a credit union, we don't charge prepayment penalties, but there are sometimes prepayment penalties on fixed rate options for people to consider.
Okay. Something else maybe a business owner could consider, applying for a credit card, a debit card. Is that something you recommend?
Absolutely. A credit card or a debit card are great vehicles for folks to use for their everyday needs. For credit cards, for example, at Members First, we offer rebates based on their total dollar spend, and that gets contributed back to them daily or annually. And then on the debit card, they also earn rebates back on a monthly basis.
Still, as we've talked about, it can be nerve-wracking and just unclear for an individual. So what if a business owner would like advice on maybe what kind of loan they should apply for, how to apply for it? How can they get that?
That's another perfect question. That at Members First, we have a concierge service, which actually will take the folks through step by step so they don't feel like they have to go through this process by themselves. We will walk them through that process from the very beginning to the end. And it may take several weeks depending on the type of vehicle they're looking to use on that, but at least we walk them through that. And for small businesses, a lot of times they're not familiar with that process, and they're the mainstay of our local economy. So it's really important to help them get through that process.
Very good. Well, glad you are helping. Thanks so much, Joe, and thanks to Members First. Still to come in our next half hour, a deal you don't want to miss if you're ready for a bathroom upgrade. We'll tell you what's trending and how to save some money.